Good morning, everyone. I am here with Wright State grad Ian Cook, and I am also here with Steve Bognar and Julia Reichert. They actually executive produced a film that is coming out this weekend at the Neon in downtown Dayton called We Still Make Things. And Steve, I want to start with you because, you know, Ian was telling me that you and Julia really spearheaded this. So where did the idea for this film come from?
Well, thank you, Elise. You know, a year ago, when we were all sheltering in place and the world was shut down, it feels like 5 years ago already, right? But it was a hard moment. And my partner, Julia, was just feeling very restless. She said, this is history. We need to do something. We need to document something. And we just started thinking, well, what could we do? We love to work locally. Our movies have always, or most of our movies have been rooted really where we live, right here. And we started talking to Ian, who is a wonderful, younger, talented documentary filmmaker, and some of the other local documentary filmmakers in the Dayton area. And we just started brainstorming, like, well, where is the story? And of course, Miami Valley Hospital was like the heart of what was going on, trying to save lives. And we found out that they had an amazing story to tell. Very local, very Ohio, very much in the spirit of the great spirit of Dayton and our inventive history. And I think Ian then just dove into it.
So Ian, when Steve and Julia came to you with this incredible idea, what was your first thought? And then how did you make it, I guess, come to life?
Thanks, Elise. My first thought was, I think, like Steven said, this is just a great Dayton story. It was the story of, I think just to backtrack a little bit, they were running out of PPE. Like, there was this huge national storyline about, all these hospitals and frontline workers having to work without the proper PPE. And Dayton was obviously going through the same thing, and they rose to the challenge. And at Premier Health, along with UDRI, the University of Dayton Research Institute, and then eventually a auto parts manufacturer up in Piqua, all came together to solve this problem. And for me, as being a Dayton native, I was just really excited to tell this story of innovation and collaboration, because it just kind of touched on all the things that get your Dayton pride going. And also, it was a really trying moment, and these characters were really going way outside their comfort zones in a time where no one knew what was safe, how to operate in this world, including us as filmmakers. So we kind of just dove into it, knowing that this is an important piece of history to capture, and luckily it all came together to be a really positive, heartwarming story in the middle of what was a very trying year.
Really is. And Steve, I know that you and Julia have touched upon that in the numerous films that you guys have done here locally. Why did you feel it was important for you two to have some involvement in this process and in the making of this film?
It's such an inspiring story because they solved the problem by thinking outside the box. There's no PPE for our frontline nurses and doctors. What are we going to do about it? And it really took leaps of imagination, in the same spirit, actually, as Orville and Wilbur. They were taking leaps of imagination. Well, what do we do? Well, hey, there's a factory up the road. Well, wait, let's talk to the engineers at UD. There's so many great people at Premier Health, and they were all like huddled together, their lives at risk, they're frontline workers, and they worked the problem. And that was just very, very meaningful for Julia and me. And we're just so honored to be part of this film.
Ian and Steve, thank you so much. We really appreciate you joining us this morning. And we're really excited. And congratulations to the both of you on this film.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We Still Make Things is showing at the Neon beginning tonight. Also, you can catch it at Saturday and Sunday, and then again Monday through Thursday. Pretty cool.